Hello, glad to see you again in this new video. It's about some creation aspect that I wanted to show for the game Cairn that I am making now. In this level, I want that the player follows the camera, and if he goes out from the screen, this is game over. So the purpose of this video is to show the final result of the level, but it's to show you the different aspect of a programmation, because the first idea that I had to script this level was a mistake, and the second is a success. Now let's try. So when the cameras begin to move, you have to follow the camera, and if you go off screen, you will have a game over. Like that. As you can see, there is a little delay between the time when you goes out from the screen and the game over. This is because I wanted that the player could have a little delay time to be into the screen or to go back into the screen. The general idea is that there is a moving camera. It moves independently from the player. The camera is moving on vertical and horizontal position, no diagonal position. If the player goes out of the screen, it's a game over, and there is some kind of delay that I talked about before. So for the first trial, I use a lot of triggers. There is something like 20 triggers to manage the off-screen and the game over. The idea was, when you enter into a trigger, there is a variable, and if the variable is true, this is game over, and if it's false, this is not a game over. The variables are managed by an onUpdate script into an actor which move at the same time than the player, and this actor and its onUpdate script moves the camera. The main issue of this idea was that two scripts run at the same time, the onUpdate script from the actor and the onEnter script of all the triggers. And the difficulty was to understand that when you come on a trigger, it runs only the script one time. But on update script, it runs every time, at every frame. So if the variable is enabled in the onUpdate script after that we entered into an onEnter script, nothing happened. The result is that the player have to move constantly, even is out of the screen, to enter and leave into different trigger. So that's a wrong idea, because when you lose, you stop moving. And when you stop moving into this idea, into this level design, the game continues and there is no game over. I spent a lot of time on it like 3 months ago, and after that I left it to focusing on other aspects of my game like animation or design. I had a second idea by translating for the French community the different events and objects of GB Studio. With the Discord community, we have a project that to translate all the documentation from English to French to help the French designer who don't speak really good English. So in the event section, there is some useful events who manage variables and manage actors' position and player position. With the second idea, which I called it relative position, you can put a blank actor which is moving with the camera, and at every end of a move from the camera, I store variable x and y of the actor and of the player in a different slot, and I make a comparison between two of the variables, and if the comparison is right, it's a game over. It's a very light script because there is only one update script which runs into the actor, but there is a little specification that you cannot pin the actor into the canvas. I don't know why, but the engine is only calling the first position even if the actor moves. If you store a variable of position, it will be always the first position of the actor. So you don't have to pin the actor, you just have to put the actor in a place that you want to be compared with the player, and you move the actor. Personally, in the onUpdate script, I've put the events in this order. Number 1, you move the camera. After that, you move the actor, which is an object of comparison with the player, if you need to move it. After that, you store the X and Y of both of them, actor and player, and at the end, you make a comparison between the two. And if the comparison is right, it's a game over. It's a very light script, but you have to do that at every move of the camera. For example, here, the camera moves 7 times, and every time I have to move the camera, I have to move the actor too, I have to store new variables, and I have to compare these new variables to have the game over. I'm not sure that this is the best way to do that, but it's an easy way without entering into the engine of GB Studio to have a special level with moving camera. So thanks for watching this video, and I hope that it will help you.